So yesterday, it was teased that an X-Men was joining the Avengers. Well, today we got the announcement, and yeah, it actually is a surprising pick without it being a surprising pick, if that makes any sense. The X-Man that is joining the Avengers, or rather, I should say, rejoining the Avengers, is Storm. So Storm is going to be rejoining the Avengers, and I say rejoining because she was an Avenger before. She was part of Bendis' run for a hot minute. She basically, Thor was out of commission, and I think it was T'Challa who said, "I know somebody. It's my wife. we could borrow her for a bit." So yeah. So Storm is now going to be an Avenger. She does have. She was one of my picks and one of my guesses, so I was right. I just want to go on record to say I was right. And I don't hate this. I really don't. I do have one little thing, and it's just kind of a me thing, but we'll get to that in a bit. But yes, Storm is joining the Avengers. It makes sense. She's not part of an X-Men team. She's got her own solo series. And again, she has been an Avenger before, and it's a really tight team that she's a part of already. I like Jed McKay's lineup. And somebody said, this has the most African-American members on an Avengers team I've seen in a long time. Like, someone posted that on as a comment. I was like, I didn't think about it, but I was like, you're right. There's usually only one, African-American character, one or two African-Americans tops. And now that's three, and that's kind of still sad, but, it kind of says something about, the Avengers on a whole, and the writer, and maybe some writers here and there. I'm not saying anything, but yeah, having Storm here is really cool. But like I said, there is kind of one thing that I want to bring up, and it's just a me thing. Having Storm here is redundant because what's her power? She can control weather, she can create lightning, all of that. But Thor's already here. Thor is part of this Avengers lineup. So now we just have two characters who can do the same thing. It's just me. I'm not saying Storm's bad. I'm not saying I didn't want Storm or some other X-Man. I'm just saying, we just have two characters now who can do the same thing. And, when you're I love team building stuff, and it just feels redundant to me. So, Thor, you gotta go. Thor, you gotta go, or Storm, because I guess Storm's gonna be here. But, yeah. Yes, and I know some people are like, oh, but Thor's a god, Storm isn't a god. No, she is an Omega-level mutant, and has been referred to, even by Thor, that she's a goddess. Even Thor has said, yeah, no, she's a goddess. In fact, he has made her a goddess. She's capable of wielding Mjolnir. She's one of the worthy that can pick up the hammer. So, yeah, it's just having another Thor here. So, that's my only thing. Other than that, having Storm here as a member of this team is really cool. Also, there's going to be some tasty drama, because it's one thing Jed McKay loves is talking about drama, because guess who else is a part of this team? Her ex-husband, T'Challa. So, T'Challa's here, and, yeah, I can only imagine what Jed McKay's got cooked up for Aurora and T'Challa in this comic, because they've been I'm curious to see how that will all play out, because remember, there was a breaking point in the X of Swords event where she stole a sword from Wakanda, and it really fucked things over. And then to add insult to injury, T'Challa also went behind Aurora's back to try to steal technology from Araco, the planet she was holding over during not the current run, the run before the EV Wing run. So, there is that. So, Aurora and T'Challa have got a lot to talk about, and I do stress a lot. And who knows, Jed McKay has been notorious for bringing back old relationships. Again, he basically brought back Mark Spector and Tigra's relationship in his Moon Knight run. Yeah, they were a thing in West Coast Avengers. He's also made it a very focal point for Clea and Strange in his Doctor Strange run, and how their relationship is integral. So it might stand to reason that either And again, he would not have, and also just to backtrack, he would not have had Vision and Scarlet Witch on this team if he didn't have something planned for having them back together in some capacity. So, it could stand to reason one of two things might happen. A, Aurora and T'Challa kind of, like, fix things. Like, maybe they'll fix things and go from there. And we could see something happen. Or B, they've always kind of teased Thor and Storm, so I'm just saying maybe that's the reason they're on the team together. That could be... A lot of people, even like in some of the Marvel Adventures, if you guys remember the Marvel Adventures, like young comic series, they had Storm and Thor as a couple. In fact, I love the Marvel Adventures series. It was an Avengers comic that had like Janet, who was Giant Girl, and had Storm and Wolverine on the team. And like there's a great comic where like Storm and Thor are gonna go on a date, but Odin is like getting in the way, so the other Avengers have to like distract. It's like such a sitcom thing, but it was actually really funny. So who knows? Maybe Thor Odin's son and Aurora Monroe might be knocking boots. Who knows? Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Storm rejoining the Avengers? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.